Let's do sports now on the AM show with me, Harun and Mubarak. Now, Communications Director of Hearts of Oak, Kwame Opare-Addo, says the club is working around the clock to resolve its issues with New Edibiasi over the $70,000 transfer saga. The Phobians have been handed a transfer ban in relation to the matter after missing the final deadline to comply with the directive from the GFA. Hearts were ordered to pay New Edibiasi $50,000 as the outstanding balance on the transfer of Salim Adams, plus an additional $20,000 representing 40% of the onward transfer fee.
This is an issue that is being resolved, and I can say that when it is eventually resolved, even New Edibiasi themselves will testify to it that it is resolved. So it is an issue that is being resolved. The two parties are in constant touch to make sure that it is fully resolved. It's a decision from the FA, so you must respect it, and then also deal with the club as well. There's constant communication between Hearts of Oak and New Edibiasi. That is why I said that it is being resolved.
Now, President of Rugby Africa and former Asante Kotoko chairman Herbert Mensah has urged the Ghana Football Association to stop talking so much and take firm action against hooliganism. Speaking in Scars of Hooliganism, a Joy Sports documentary that explores the emotional and structural impact of violence in Ghana football, Herbert called out the GFA's inaction in the face of repeated fan misconduct.
GFA themselves have got to stop talking so much and do more. Put in the same measures that I've put in around the world. The clubs have a sense of responsibility. They have to. And you see abroad where people receive life bans, they go after people, they make sure you've got cameras and things in place to pick things up. And you can say it's expensive, but not really if you look at the budget of the FA, how much money that they generate themselves. You don't wait after the fact to say, now you are banned for the rest of the season. Somebody's dead. At some points in time, I wonder whether governments should not start thinking of bringing in a sports czar. Somebody who comes in to clean up the mess. Because there's too much mess. And the mess is unnecessary. Maybe ministers don't get it or not capable of doing it. Then you need a sports czar equipped with law to be able to get in and say, we're starting a fast-track court. We're starting a sports resolution dispute section that like they have in Kenya. So therefore it is you are in a position now to take action against something and get a resolution within 2 weeks. It's not 6 months, it's not 2 years. You can close down things that change things.
Meanwhile, the Director of Sports for the Ghana Police Service, ASP Yakubu Ansamani, has admitted that identifying violent fans in large crowds during football matches remains a major challenge for the security services. However, they remain determined to arrest and prosecute those found culpable.
All concern, and you will also agree with me that our culture of deeply rooted in passionate behavior, especially these fans that are so violent, and they wouldn't change their mind, especially when they are supporting their clubs. And then identifying these violent people in very big crowd, these things pose as a very big challenge for all the security services, especially the stakeholders when it comes to footballing at our stadia. We should all be cautious. Whatever happens at our stadia negatively sends the message all over the world, and it has its consequences.
So those who go and misbehave, what would you do to them when you get them?
You see, like I initially said, they are arrested, sent to court, and they are prosecuted. So if you come to the stadium and misbehave, misconduct, you see, you will definitely go through this legal processes. And nobody, even the club that you are supporting, cannot help you. So we'll plead with all the fans to rather celebrate than to come and cause mayhem or harm a fan or somebody.
Now, Ghana midfielder Abdul Rashid Hussein has disclosed that English side Sheffield United once invited the entire Shooting Stars team for trials thanks to his standout performance during an individual assessment with the club. The Slovenia-based player explained that the invitation came early in his career after he impressed scouts during a trial at the English club.
Yeah, I went to Sheffield United, and my first time I went there, they didn't believe there was talent in Ghana that much. So when I went there and I proved them wrong, and they were happy, and they decided to invite all the Shooting Star players. Yeah, because of me, they invited all the team to come so that they can scout more players. So that was what happened. So from me and them, our agreement, I normally come back Ghana because I was young, and that was the same rules. So I'll come back to Ghana, and then few months time you go back, train with them. So that was how they make it happen, like till you get 18, so that they can find a way to help you.
Just asking about the experience moving from Ghana to Europe. What are some of the difficulties you encountered moving from Ghana there, and how did you overcome those?
Yeah, to be honest, Ghana here, mostly we don't take some things serious, especially like having like good stretching and activation before training, you know what I mean? So sometimes our muscles are too tight. So when you get to Europe, you see them doing that before training. So, and if the weather is cold, you start to find it hard because the muscles will be like stiff to get used to it. So that was the challenges. And then some people think like if you just know how to play, that's all. But sometimes you have to learn the tactics of every formation and your position, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. You have to be here and there at the right time. Those things, those little things is needed. And Europe football, when the kids was young in Europe, they have good facilities to develop the young boys, so they are good in the simple things. So before you get there, you have to master the simple things, your touch, your pass, and those things, those simple things is important there, because they don't train and just start like selection and then play. No, they start with passing, patterns, how he wants you to attack, defend, those kind of things. So whilst you are here, it's good, like to tell other players who are still here, it's good for them to start learning tactics of formations. It will help them.